for Philadelphia City Commissioner. I'm not unfamiliar with this neighborhood. I was born and raised in Logan and everything. This is the City Commissioner office. Their purpose of the office is designed to run the whole total operation of voting here in the city of Philadelphia. They are the ones responsible for the polling to be up. They're responsible for the machines. They're responsible for getting us registered. And most of all, they're responsible for educating us. It's too often that people come to the polls and say, who we voting for now? They should know what we're voting for when we get there. What I want to do when I become city commissioner is bring civics back into the school. They need to learn the importance and the three branches of government. They need to find out why we're voting and who we're voting for. What's the difference between the general election and the primary? They need to know that. I'm humbly asking for your support and your vote, because guess what? I'm what you consider an independent Democrat. I don't tiptoe, and I don't tiptoe to people just because they are been endorsed or whatever. My endorsement is the people, because that's who I want to serve. I want to be endorsed by the people. When you get individuals who have these numerous endorsements, by the time it trickles down to the actual voter, you get nothing, because they hold allegiance to the people they endorse. My allegiance is to the voter. Okay? I want to stop this concept. You have a candidate who wants to do voter gentrification. They want to remove the people who work on the polls, like we're not qualified to run our own polling location. My father said historically black people was okay to pick the cotton but not own the cotton company. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. I'm going to demand that it's people in the community that have a vested interest in the community, have a control over their community. Voting is the first part of Kim. God, voting, we went to high school together, y'all. Okay, voting is the most important thing, because when you vote, you have control. When you don't vote, you don't have control. Each time we come out there and vote, that's like we giving $1 million. Why we vote, that determines what kind of judges is going to be on the bench. Why we vote, that determines what kind of streets we're going to have. Why we vote is because that is the extent of how our gas bill is paid, how our electric bill, who they choose. What I'm saying is that when selected on May the 21st, make sure you take under consideration, I would be the second African-American woman that ever held that position. We are the super voters, but why we're not being represented in City Hall? Something is wrong with that picture. Something is wrong with that picture. I tell everyone, vote 41 and you're done. All right. Got any questions?
Any questions afterwards?
She said afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay, because I have to leave.
Okay,
that's
so
why.
go ahead. If you have any questions.
Because I have to go down to South Philly
Yeah.
and another forum. So you have any questions you need to ask me. Remember this, that is when you go and vote on May the 21st, it's 2 Democrats that you can choose for commissioner, and it's 1 Republican. So if you're registered as a Republican, as a Democrat, you can only push 2. It's always going to be 2 majority and 1 minority. That's what that means, because the majority of the people registered in the city of Philadelphia is registered Democrat. That's why we have 2 Democrats. That's the majority. And the minority is Republicans that's registered. That's why we only have 1 Republican. But in the primaries, you can only vote within your party. Within your party. But we have to secure the institution of voting. We have to let our young people know it's important to vote. So that's why I'm going directly into the community. I'm going to take commissioner's office out of City Hall and bring them. It's 66 wards in the city of Philadelphia, and each ward would remember me, Carla Cain.
All right, girl.
All right.
So you like to go to the high school?
Oh, I
They're the
want
ones who's graduating now.
let me tell you what I'm going to do for high school students. When they get their high school diploma, they're going to get a voter registration card in there too.
I
What's your
like that.
question?
You talked a lot about educating children, but adults need education on voting too.
Exactly. That's where I say I'm a grassroots candidate. So we go to where it fits. If we got to go into the high school, that's a different audience, and that's a different process. If we got to go to the seniors, or we got to go to community centers, or we have to go to the church, we have to go where the people at. We have to talk to the people, not at the people, not in the back of them. We have to let them know it's important. Like I tell everybody at the end of the meeting, knock on 5 of your neighbor's door. If you see somebody in the store, remember it's election day, May the 21st.
Those who have been incarcerated and now they're out, are they still eligible to vote?
Yes, in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, once they release, immediately fill out their registration. If they fill out a registration card, yes, they are entitled to vote. And what I wanna do, it's real important, voting shouldn't just be one day. We need a 2-day process. Like on a Sunday, bring the souls to the poll, that's the type of thing I'm
It's like
interested
some people have early voting.
in. We could do early voting, mail-in voting. It's not appropriate to just be one day. What about people who work 12-hour shifts?
Right. Yeah, that's
What about the people who work 12-hour
That's
shifts?
true.
You know what I mean? So we have to stop that. We have to stop. We have to get up in the 21st century. Philadelphia is antiquated. And we have to think of a modern system. Again, like I said, vote 41 and you're done.
Right.